All right, we're gonna start up here in front. We're gonna go into the front compartment. It has the two 12-volt batteries that are hooked together, positive to positive, negative to negative. We also have our hydraulic pump in here. There is a manual way that you can run the hydraulic pump. It comes through the top of the motor. 1/4-inch Allen wrench will run the jacks up or down and the slide rooms in or out with that 1/4-inch Allen wrench through the top of the motor. It also has your Swintech bedroom slide controls and does have a metal bottom in the bottom. This one can also have a generator stick up through the metal plate in the bottom of it. That don't move if you hit your head. The two vents on the side here are for the batteries. Let fumes from the battery to the outside of the unit. We're going to come back to our 6-point leveling. The directions for your level up system is right here below it. It's pretty simple though. We're going to turn it on. It says ready. We're going to hit auto level. The jacks were going to come down in the front. Or it's going to go up in the front first. Then they'll come down in the back. Then they'll do their side to side movement until they get trailer level front to back, side to side. But all the directions are right here on the level up system, right below it. It tells you any situation that you can be into. Also tells you how to hook it back up and get it back onto the truck. Tells you a manual way you can do it. It's going to go ahead and do its thing. It's got the two jacks down in the rear on this side. It's putting the two jacks on the door side down. In between each stop, it's going to analyze what it needs to do to make the trailer level front to back. Like I said, in between each movement, it's going to analyze itself and tell itself what it needs to do to make the trailer level. Then it'll tell you auto level success. Then all you have to do is come back, turn the button off, shut the door on it. When you get ready to undo it, you're going to come back, you're going to turn the power on, you're going to hit retract, and then bring your rears up, and then you can go to your up and down buttons over here to do your front jacks to put it back onto the vehicle. Just the opposite of when we level it up. The vehicle has to be completely out from underneath it before you start. Once you get it to the height you need it, pull the vehicle back underneath it, hook onto the tongue of the trailer, and then go through your retract button again. Retract your front jacks back up, plug your 7-way cord in, and you should be down the road. On the gas bottles, there's one on each side in the front compartment. The gas regulator is up here in the top. It is pointed to the arrow coming down to this bottle on this side over here. As soon as it would happen to come empty, it's going to turn red inside the eye where it's green at, indicating that the bottle it's pointed to is empty and it's having to pick up from the one on the opposite side, as long as the cylinder on the top is open. Then you can turn the arrow to the top, to the gas bottle to the opposite side, take this one off, take it to town, have it refilled while you're working off the other one. Here again, we're going to go into the water fill compartment. On the water fill compartment, the lights are two-way lights. You can turn them on 24/7 or turn them to the motion censored like this one is, so that when you open up the compartment door, automatically the light will come on the side that it's on. We also have your battery disconnect, which is good if you don't want to lose the juice from your batteries. You can turn the battery disconnect key off and pull it out. We also have a 110 outlet on the outside of the trailer on this side over here that is also protected by the GFI outlet in the bathroom. We have an outside shower, corded hose, hot water on the left side, cold water on the right side, and we can turn our pump switch on from the outside compartment over here. That is for your winterizing purposes. You also have your satellite hookup and part cable hookup. There's 6 different settings. On your water tank fill is the bottom left-hand one. Shows you how to fill the freshwater tank. When you're dry camping, wanting to suck water from the freshwater tank to the faucets, you'll use the one at the upper left-hand corner. The one dead center in the middle is your city water connect. That way you don't have to fill the tank. You're right off the water hose and regulator going to the trailer. You also have your winterizing and your sanitation, one for cleaning the antifreeze out of the lines. The white connection is your fresh tank fill and city water. The black one is your black tank flush only. The 3 valves in the front, the first one is your toilet water, which is your black water. Gray water 1 will be your bathroom sink and shower. Gray tank 2 is going to be your kitchen sink water only. The little black switch right down below them turns the 2 little round LED lights on the front of the trailer on. There is a hole in the bottom of the compartment that you can bring up to hook your park cable and satellite lines up to, or your city water connect, or your black tank flush, so that you can leave the big compartment door shut. That way everybody doesn't have access into your stuff. We're going to step right out of that. The next one back is the outside of the hot water heater. Hot water heater works 2 ways, 110 and propane. Both switches on this one is on the monitor panel on the inside. But what you want to do is you want to make sure that it's full of water. Got water coming out of the top before you turn on electric or gas. Also has an anode rod down here in the bottom for draining the hot water heater. The anode rod actually draws all the impurities to that rod, eats up the rod instead of eating up the inside of the tank. Anytime the steel rod in the center is short, it's time to replace it. They're usually good for 2 years or 10,000 gallons of water. But anytime that the steel rod's showing, it's time to replace it. The next one back is the outside of the furnace. It's going to suck cold air in the vent at the back, put hot air out the vent at the front. I always suggest putting a mud dauber screen over the outside of the furnace for the simple fact that mud dauber screen is less than 15 bucks. It's $145 an hour for every hour that we have to take the furnace out to clean the mud daubers out of it. It is also a 50 amp service. It goes on, makes a quarter of a turn, tighten up the black knob. The cord's 30 foot long. We have a hookup light for hooking up at nighttime. Your dump station's right here. The 3 handles are in the water filled compartment. You'll dump your black tank first. You'll hook up your black tank flush and flush it out. Then your gray tank 1 will be your bathroom sink and shower water. Gray tank 2 is going to be your kitchen sink water only. There is 2 low water drain points on the trailer. The red is the hot side of the water system. The blue is the cold side of the water system. And while we're down here, we're looking at that jack. It probably wouldn't hurt to also get the round buckets, the red buckets that goes underneath the jacks for leveling. If you get to a spot that's pretty off level, the jacks can come out of stroke. But 6 of the round blocks will be great for that. Next one back is the outside of the refrigerator. Since it is in a slide room, it has to have a double ventilation on the back side of the slide room, so the cold air can come in, run up against the coils, come out the top. It makes the refrigerator cool down better, and it'll help it maintain its temperature better. Lug nuts on the trailer has been torqued at 100 foot-pounds. That's what's recommended on the side. They also have the nitro gas in them. If they're out on the road and one would happen to come a little low on you, you can put air in on top of it. But if you want the pure nitro fuel, you have to take it back to like a Plaza Tire or a car dealership, have them suck the old air back out and put the gas back into it. Freshwater tank drain is the big 2-inch white valve just behind the back jack. When the tank is full of water and you pull that valve, you'll be surprised at how much water will come out of it. I think it holds almost 90 gallons. It is prepped for a backup camera up top. It does have a ladder on the back for going up and checking the roof every 90 days. It also has the receiver hitch in the back of the trailer for a bicycle rack, kayak rack. We also have an outside gas connection that we can hook to if you have an outside fish fryer or an outside grill. Another 110 outlet on this side of the trailer. It is also protected by the GFI outlet in the bathroom. We're going to slip right on past that. It does have a security light underneath the steps when they're out. There is another place for a TV over here that'll work off the park cable or the satellite hookup, and a 110 outlet to plug it into. The light in this side of the compartment is also on the motion sensor setting, so that whenever you open up the compartment door automatically, The light will come on so you can see what's inside. And this other compartment up here in the front is just your other gas bottle from the opposite side. Now we're going to go back to the front door. We're going to open the door fully extended. Pull on the blue handle on the left side of the steps. Allows the steps to come out at you. A little push button underneath each one of the legs. There's 15 to 18 slots in each one of the legs for adjustment for the proper fit of the steps. Here again, we've had the steps out so we know it wouldn't hit the trailer. The main thing on the steps is it has to fit flush in the threshold. That way the front door comes over the top of it and closes without scraping it off. Now we're going to step up into the trailer. It does have a working fire extinguisher on the left-hand side. We're going to go ahead and start running these slide rooms out, give us a little more room. Here again, you don't want to have a tree or a vehicle pulled up along that side. The room was out earlier, so we know there's nothing that's going to hit. That is your slide room switch 1. Takes the door side slide out. Slide out number 2 will be your off door side. Here again, you want to make sure there's not a tree or a building up along that side. It's going to get pretty close over here. And then your third one is your bedroom slide. And as it comes out, you can almost watch it in the mirror on the closet doors. Okay, we're going to come back up here to the top. We do have a light switch on the right-hand side that turns to 2 LED lights on right in front of the pantry. We have the fan. We're going to open the vent up. That's above the stove. Automatically opens up. Then we're going to turn the fan on. There's 3 settings for the fan for 3 different speeds. Then we're going to close the vent. When you hit the vent close, it automatically comes down and will automatically shut the fan back off. We're going to come back down to the monitor panel. We're going to check the battery life. Shows you the battery is fully charged. To get an accurate reading on the battery, you'll want to have the 110 line unplugged and then push your battery button. Then it'll tell you exactly how much voltage is in the battery. Freshwater tank, showing you that it's empty. Black tank 1, which is your toilet water, it's showing you that it's empty. There is no black tank 2 on this trailer. Doesn't have the second bathroom. It does have the gray tank 2, which is your bathroom sink and shower water, and your galley tank, which will be your kitchen sink water only. The red switch is off to the right hand side of that. The first one turns your gas on for the hot water heater. As soon as you turn it on, the little red light's going to come on. It's going to stay on for about a minute. It'll go through 3 lighting processes to light on gas. It's always good to light the kitchen stove before you try to light it on gas. The second red switch is the electric side of the hot water heater. It does have water in it, so you don't have to worry about kicking it on, but when it is in an electric position, the red light on the switch will be on. The third switch is the pump switch that pumps the water between the freshwater tank and the faucets. The fourth red one is for the set of tank heaters that's underneath each one of the holding tanks on the trailer, and it'll be illuminated whenever they're on. Interior lights is the lights in the living room and kitchen area. Safety lights is going to be your little light underneath your step. Cap lights is going to be the 2 white strips coming down the front cap of the trailer, and then we have our awning lights. On the awnings, we can go ahead and try to extend them out. The little one on the slide room, and then we got the main one. Number 1 is on the front of the trailer, and I don't think I can get it all the way out, but I'm going to run it out as far as I can get it. It almost goes all the way out. Just gets real close to that slide ring. There we go. The second one awning is on the main slide room. And I can't get it out quite as far as I did the front one because it does hit the slide room on the trailer in front of us. But they both have the LED strips underneath them. They both have the pinch points at the bottom arm, can be pulled down against, allows the pitch of the awning to go towards the front or the back. Same way with on the slide room, you can put the pitch of it going to the very back so that the water runs off back there. We're going to come back down to the slide room switches. Number 1 is your door side. Number 2 is your off door side. Number 3 will be the bedroom. Awning. Awning 1 is your main awning. Awning 2 is the one that's on the slide room. We're going to come down to the thermostat. When you first turn it on, it gives you your fan speed as low, high. We're going to go to cool, cool low, cool auto, and cool high. You'll dial your temperature down for it. The first thermostat runs the air conditioner right above the kitchen area. The second one runs the air conditioner right above the living room area. And then there's one more up in the bedroom that does the bedroom and bathroom area. And they all work the same way. The second one does not have the heat strip on it. The number 1 one does for the heat. And then you have your off in the lower right hand corner. As we start down this side here, it has a light switch on the light above the kitchen table that has to be turned on by hand. You have a bench seat in the front, and you also have a little storage. No, don't have a little storage on the chairs. But between the chairs and the recliners, there is a 110 outlet that is also protected by the GFI outlet in the bathroom, a USB port, another 110 outlet that the recliners are plugged into. On each one of the recliners, they have a USB port. They have a button for running the footrest out and reclining the back of the recliner down. It'll almost lay completely flat. Then they have the button that runs it back up. Cup holder in between. On either side of the couch. The lights above both recliners have to be turned on by hand. They both have a little push button in the center of those that turns them on and off. There's push buttons on the ones above the couch. Since the couch does tri-fold out into a bed, it does have a fire escape window with a red handle on it in the very back of the trailer. This slides completely to one side, allows you to escape out the back of the trailer. On the couch, there is a 110 outlet on either side and a USB port on either side. And it folds out into a bed. I'm going to throw the cushions up on top of the recliner. Give a hold of the front of the couch, kind of lift up on it, slide straight out. Butterflies out into a bed that does have the headboard that you can kick down to keep your pillows from sliding to the back of the couch. We're going to fold it back up out of the way. We're going to come back to the front. We're going to lift up on the front of it, let it slide right back into itself. We're going to put the cushions back to the back. And them cushions do Velcro in place. The two lights above the stereo, TV area, have to be turned on by hand. There's actually 3 of those and one down underneath. The little black button on the left hand side runs the TV up. There is a 110 outlet in behind it, so that if you're using it for counter space, there's still another place you can plug into. TV comes up out of the bench. We're going to turn the TV on. I think the TV got 42 channels the other day when I auto-programmed it. It should be on a St. Louis station that's probably 80 miles away from here. That's not too bad a picture working off the antenna on top of the trailer and the power booster. The little remote turns our fireplace on. On our fireplace we have Celsius and Fahrenheit. We can change the color of the flames from 1 to 4 settings. We can run the temperature up for it or run the temperature down. You can set it for a half hour to 9 hours of running time. We're going to turn it back off. And the middle size remote does the stereo. Stereo's in underneath the glass here. You have A zone 1 and zone 2 for the speakers. Zone 1 is going to be in the living room, kitchen area. Zone 2 is going to be for your outside speakers. It also has a microwave convection oven. That's pretty handy. There is paperwork in the drawer that tells you how to cook with the convection oven. Microwave is pretty simple. I've warmed my coffee up in it a couple times when I was servicing the trailer. We're going to go back down to the glass stovetop. The glass stovetop folds up 2 times up out of the way. We're going to turn the illumination switch on the very far right hand side on. Going to turn the valve for the back burner using the striker on the left hand side for lighting all 3 burners up on top. Anytime the valve's got gas coming through them, they turn red instead of being blue. Same way with your oven switch. We're going to turn it to where it says pilot on. You got to hold down on the knob using the same striker on the left hand side to light the pilot on the oven. Let it run for about a minute. Once the pilot heats the thermocoupler up right above it, then you can dial it up to the temperature you want. If you flip that same switch to the bottom, it also has a light down in the oven so you can see what you're baking. And then it has a big drawer for pots and pans down below that. All the rest of the stuff that was in the trailer is in this green bag right there. Shows you all the appliances. I'm going to leave that out too. Pretty good sized cabinet space underneath the sink. Drawer on either side of the sink for utensils. More cabinet space off to the right and left of it. We're going to go back to that kitchen faucet for a minute too. That handle, you get hot water to the left side, cold water to the right side. For it to have water coming out, you actually have to pull back on the handle. 2 sets of keys for the trailer. The purple key does the front door lock and deadbolt. The black key does your 2 slam locks on the outside of the compartments. And then you have your 751 key that does your one-touch control for the 6-point leveling. We're going to open up the pantry. Pantry's pretty good size. The shelving on the right hand side can be removed. It can be used for a closet for hanging your coats up. It also has a 110 outlet down below it, and the 2 vents coming out of the front of it is for the heat that brings heat into the kitchen and living room area of the trailer. So we're going to go ahead and close that back up. On the refrigerator, it has the controls for it in the upper right hand corner. It has an on and off switch on auto side or gas. If you're running it on auto, the little round light will be on the auto side of it. We'll also tell you the temperature that's inside the refrigerator. If you wanted it off of electric over to gas, the little green button at the top goes to the LP side. And for any reason it does not light, it'll flash at you. You also have a temperature setting between 1 and 5. I run it on 4 when I service the trailer. It did make frost in the freezer. Has pretty good shelving down in the bottom, but it also has a door locking mechanism that holds all 4 doors open just enough to let them air breathe, so that when you shut the refrigerator off, that it gives it a chance to air dry so that everything that's white in there does not mildew. We're going to step to this side over here. There is a LP carbon monoxide detector down at the bottom. There's 2 more switches on the wall. One turns the illuminated lighting around the baseboard for the sink lights. The second one turns the 2 sink lights on. There is a 110 outlet on either side of the island. We're going to go back to the breaker box. The breaker box is marked with your 50 amp main being in the center. It starts from the left side to the right. It tells you exactly what each one of the 110 breakers are. Then we're going to go up to your car fuses. It tells you exactly what they are, and it gives you 5 or 6 spots that are empty in case you wanted to add another 12-volt appliance into it. We're going to step up into the bathroom. There is a light switch on the right-hand side of the bathroom wall as we come in. Here again, we also have the brown white vent in the ceiling that's bringing air conditioning from the master bedroom area into the bathroom area. We also have the brown vent on the floor that brings heat into the master bathroom. You also have your GFCI outlet that protects all the 110 outlets that's in the trailer. We have a knurled knob in the vent in the ceiling. The little black button turns the fan on. On your shower, main thing on your shower door is they have to be secured during travel. That way the doors don't slam back and forth and break. But it does lock it into place there. The shower's just like you have at home. It has hot water on the left side, cold water on the right side. Single foot flush on the toilet. Brings water into the toilet, brings water into the toilet and flushes. We're going to step back off into the bedroom. One more light switch on the bedroom wall as we come in. We have the same XL thermostat in the bedroom as we do in the living room. Works the same way. Push your mode button. It's going to give you your fan speeds first. Then it's going to say cool in the upper left-hand corner. Cool low, cool auto, and cool high. Does not control the furnace from the master bedroom. The only one that controls the furnace is the one in the living room area. But we also have the quick cool down on either side of the air conditioner. When you shut those back off, it goes to the round vents in the ceiling. There's 4 vents in the ceiling in the master bedroom. There's 4 round vents in the bathroom that this air conditioner provides airflow for. There is also a black button on the right hand side that turns the illumination on behind the headboard. And then each one of the lights above has to be turned on by hand. Black switch here illuminates the headboard. Lights above the pillows have to be turned on by hand. We do also have a window on either side of the bedroom slide so you can have a cross breeze if you wanted that. We also have a brown vent bringing heat into the master bedroom. On this side of the bed we also have a 110 outlet and another set of USB ports. And then we're going to go into the washer dryer prep. The light above it has to be turned on by hand. We have a 110 outlet to plug the washer dryer unit into. We have 2 water lines. The red one is the hot side of the water system. The black one is the cold side. And we also have your drain. There is also a mark on the wall for venting the dryer to the outside if you had the washer dryer combo. And then we're going to go to the master closet. Same way here. It has a 2-way light in the ceiling of it. You can turn it on 24/7 or turn it to where it's motion censored so that it comes on anytime you open either one of the doors. Pretty good sized closet space in here for hanging clothes and a shelf for your shoes down to bottom. That's basically everything on your trailer. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them the best that I can. And thank you for your time.